Can you all hear me or no? Really sick. Can you hear me? It says I have one viewer. Can anybody hear me? Are you guys ready? Yeah, hi Hunter. All right, go for it. Am I good to go? All right. Well, I got 3 people. All right. So if you want to voice chat with me, go for it. All right. So does anybody have a model that they want me to unwrap for them?
Yeah, I have this wall.
Give me it. Send it to me.
Okay.
Email me that, and I'll just unwrap that. Okay.
Michelle.
Yeah. Hey.
Michelle.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes. No.
Get out of Discord voice chat because you're echoing.
Okay. You want me to get out of there? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm out of there. Can you hear me through YouTube now? I just can't hear you unless we have Discord. Okay. All right. Parker, you want to send me, just email me your model, and then I will use yours as the unwrap. Sorry, I'm really sick, guys. Bear with me. Really sick. Email me that though, and then I'll unwrap that. Oh, you already unwrapped, Hunter, huh? Not too bad. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, that week 1 book assignment is now available. Okay. Parker, I'm waiting on your waiting on your email, buddy. Or I can just unwrap a box or the monkey that's in here. Your call. How do you get rid of the grid lines when you render? Good question, I guess. That's not a render. That's a screenshot. I'll show you how to render if you want. I'm still waiting for Parker's model. You can't hear me? Okay. All right. Parker, send me your wall and I'll unwrap it. No, right now there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing right now. Because I'm looking at my emails, so I don't want you guys to see my emails. So I'm just waiting for Parker's model, and then I'll unwrap that, and I'll teach you guys how to unwrap. And that's about it. That's all I got in me today. By the way, I'm sick, Max, in case you didn't get that. Oh, I mean, instead of using your creativeness in Minecraft, just you can use the same kind of skills in Unreal. You can just kind of build in a cube fashion or whatever, you know, and then just kind of create your own textures and create your own little world in Unreal. It'd be more impressive because then we could just jump in it together. So you can use like the builder brushes or whatever, and then once you create like one block with a texture, you can kind of reproduce that. Yeah, true, but I don't play Minecraft. We're trying to make a game that can be cross-platform or whatever. But it's the same skills, but can you just put it into Unreal and then we can claim that it's our own entire game, you know? Ugh. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. I just woke up really, really sick today. It sucks. I don't know what happened. Parker, I never got your email. Yeah. So, guys, probably, hopefully I'll be better by Thursday. Probably Thursday will be your better lecture or whatever, what have you. I'm not going to even be able to go to school tomorrow. So hopefully we can. Thursday will be the better of the two. I already have recorded this lecture. If you want to, but Parker, I'm not getting your email, so I'm just going to unwrap like a cube or let's see. You guys can see me, right? I'm just going to unwrap something. He's being mean. All right. Well, let's see what it would look like as a cube. Here's a cube. You can click cube. But the point I want to get across is it can be a very simple object to unwrap. You can't see anything. All right, 2 seconds. All right. Here you go. You can see it, yeah? You can see? Okay. All right, so until I have something better to unwrap, I'm just going to do a cube. When you create an object, you want to zero it out. And then, so we got it on the 0. When you create something, just align the location to 0. And then we do an unwrap. A cube should be easy, so we can just go to click object. What do I say? Oh, you got to tab into it. So you press tab and it goes between object and edit. You have to be in edit mode, and then you go click on mesh and click UV unwrap, and then you can click unwrap. And then if you want to see what the result of that is, you have to click up here and go to UV editing. So you have your default view where you're just looking at stuff. If you click UV editing, you get here's your UV unwrap on the left, and then your actual object is on the right. And it's a pretty bad unwrap. It's kind of weird that that a cube would be such a bad unwrap, but we can do better. So if you're unwrapping stuff, if somebody wants to send me their model from last week, let me know. Until then, I'm just going to do a cube. Sorry, guys. So you can do under unwrap, you can do smart UV project. It tries to figure it out for you. You can do cube, probably is going to be the best for this one. Cylinder, if it's a trash can or something, yada yada yada. But the default is just regular unwrap, just unwrap. So let me try a cube. So basically it takes a camera and a cube has 6 sides, so it takes a picture from 6 different sides and tries to map it that way. But when you're done, everything has to fit inside of this cube right here. So you can do smart. Smart's actually, in this case, it's the best. That's the best unwrap you can do for a cube. Yeah, we need to mark the seams if it's not something that's super simple like a cube. Let me open this. Okay. Whoa, holy cow. Yeah, if it's just straight up a cube, then you don't really need to worry about it. But if it's something like this, then yeah, we need to worry about it. So, Hunter, is this yours? It looks like you combined a cylinder and two cubes. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, cylinder and two cubes. Which is fine. A lot of my teachers told me not to combine objects, but it's fine. You can just do it like that. And then we'll just unwrap the whole thing as one entity. So we can press B to get the box select, and then we can press tab to go between object and edit mode. And then when you press tab to get into edit mode, you go to mesh and you go to UV unwrap, and you can unwrap this thing. I don't know. It seems like the mesh here, the thing you sent me, gave you came with your own kind of weird workspace. I like my workspace better, so give me 2 seconds. So if you just want to like bring an object in, you can go to File Import. I can't see what you're saying. I don't know how to set the workspace. Yeah, me neither, man. I really don't know all that much about Blender. If you guys want to talk about Maya, we can have a different conversation. Yeah, but it includes your workspace here. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm learning Blender with you guys because the actual software that I use is Maya. I don't actually use Blender. I just use it to teach you guys because it's free. So I'm with you on that one. I'm not a big fan of Blender. And for the team project, Hunter, you're the producer, so you got to basically do my job for me and keep track of all of these other people and their jobs. So, like Hunter, just your guys' boss is Hunter, and then my Hunter, your boss is me. Usually, when you do a job, you'll have 10 different bosses. So you're the boss for now, okay? And you got to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And then if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then I'll jump on you. But for now, everybody, Hunter's your boss. Just keep track of everything. Yeah. All right. You guys get to know me. I'm optimistic. I'm pretty optimistic overall. But when it comes down to it, I need somebody to kind of I need somebody to kind of like help me manage stuff, because that's how it works generally. When you make a game, you have 10 bosses, and it is what it is. And I'm really sick today, guys, so kind of out there. Thursday will be a better conference, I'm sure. Man, you gave me your weird workspace. But if we're gonna unwrap it, we can. If you want to change the workspace, you just got to go to object mode, and you can go to. There should be a view. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sick. Yeah, I almost didn't have class today because I'm so sick. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm really sick. Click through ideas. Yeah, so the UV edit workspace is yeah, we can do that later. I'm not very good at Blender. There should be a thing up here that lets me go to UV workspace. Let me just get rid of. I'm just gonna redo this, okay? Let me open Blender. I don't know what you did, Hunter or Parker, but there should be a workspace up here that if you're doing something like this, you can go to this. The default is just this, and then if you would like to go to your workspace, you can click on this thing up here and go to UV editing, which should split it half and half. So on the right is your model, on the left is your UV. Are you guys kind of understanding what a UV map is, right? It's like, it's a 2D version of your 3D model. Yeah, so yeah, at the top here. So default to default. Go to UV editing if you want to have your UV workspace and your actual 3D model here. There's not going to be anything here until you unwrap it. So just press tab until you get to a point where you can do this. Then we click UV unwrap, and then we just do unwrap. Depending on how complex your model is, you can do just regular, or you can do like smart or whatever. And these things, like, it'll basically your edges will be connected unless it's beyond whatever your angle limit is here. So 66%, any of these edges that are 90 degrees won't connect, but it's better for like more like organic models and stuff. But if you just press smart, then it'll pretty much give you a decent job here. And then what we do from here, guys, I'll give you a better lesson on Thursday. But basically, you're gonna want to save this thing out. how do you even save it? UV skull, UV. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you go export UV layout, I think, and then we just save it as a PNG. In my case, I'll save it to the desktop and say, give your model a title, export that. So now there's something on here. So here's my UV layout. It saves as a PNG. The only benefit to a PNG is that it's a non-compressed file format, and it includes a transparency layer, but you really don't have to know what that means. If you have Photoshop, all the better for you. But if you don't, I guess I don't have Photoshop on this particular computer. You can open it with whatever. And again, let me do this on Thursday. I'll do a better job. But here's your UV layout. Yeah. So again, I don't know how many times I can apologize for being sick, but it's not a cool place to be. Basically, here's your UV layout. If it's a more complex model, it will be more complex. And then you will go ahead and paint. Sorry, guys. You paint on here. And what you paint there will be wrapped around your 3D model. Yada, yada, yada. How do you delete? What are you trying to delete, Max? So, sorry, guys. So you can't actually delete the geometry, but you can like weld it together and move it around. Things like if you click this button right here, the stretch button, everything should be blue. If it has some sort of orange or red or whatever, then it means it's being stretched. So I can show you. Let me do something a little more complicated. Okay, we'll do delete this. The default, they give you a monkey here. If you go into Maya or 3D Max, they give you a teapot instead. But if we were to try to unwrap this monkey, we're going to get some stretching because it's not going to be perfect. So we can do, press tab to get into edit mode, and then go to mesh and press UV unwrap and press unwrap, and go to our UV editing tab over here, and then it's going to be a mess. And if we press stretch, we can see it's really stretched. It's got some problems. This particular model was built, the eyeballs are separate pieces, so that's fine. This might be more of a complicated unwrap. So then whoever said we'll have to go into the and start cutting seams and start doing it that way. So if we're going to do it proper, go down in here into your options and do live unwrap, and then we'll be able to see the result as we work on it. Sorry, don't mind the don't mind the child screaming. So go into options, say live unwrap, yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of do that. So like the eyeballs are a separate model and the head's a separate model. But in order to basically what we're trying to do is not crash the computer. So we want our textures, our models, everything to be kind of easy on your computer, depending on your is it going to be, PC or whatever. We basically need it to be something that would be able to render and not crash our computers. Okay, let me pull yours up. Mm, 2 seconds. Okay, good. Perfect. So this one, let's see, is combined as one object. That's good. So just press tab and go into edit mode, and then just go to mesh and UV unwrap, and then just press the unwrap button and see what it comes up with. You're not going to see it until you click this button and go to UV editing, and that's what it came up with. Okay, yeah, not bad. Yeah. Let's see. Who modeled this, by the way? Let's see. Hunter? Yeah. It came out weird because you don't need these. You don't need any of these circles. Yeah, so none of this is gonna matter. But basically, let's see. Let's take a look at it. If you do, you have to go to options, live unwrap. Otherwise, when you click away, you don't see what you're clicking on. But if you go to like, face mode, and we click here, you also want to go in here and do one of these buttons. But if you click through here, you can see there's some issues. I think there's a couple issues. If you press A, it'll select it all, but yeah, there's jeez. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. But if you click, you can correspond to. I joined them, not grouped them, which is fine. when it comes down to it, you're going to want to join them eventually because it's got to be. Sorry, guys. It's got to be one object, so you have to join them if you want to put it on one texture page. So a T page basically is what we're looking at here. This is your T page. Which will match up. I don't know how you did this object, but but here's your T page. So I'm kind of sick at the moment, but I can prepare a better lesson. Ideally, if you're going to do something like this, you probably want, if the top and the bottom are going to be the same, you probably want to just duplicate the top and the bottom and have it be the same UV unwrap and have it overlap itself so that whatever texture you put here for the top also is the texture for the bottom. What's the program you use to make normal images into UV images? You have to first unwrap it using Blender, and then so I press mesh, I press UV unwrap, and I go to unwrap, and then I get this, which is basically what I would use as a Photoshop template to place my own images on top of that. I haven't got to the next step, which would be beyond textures. You have to create normal maps and specular maps and so on. That program would be man. Hey, yeah, I just woke up so sick, guys. It's a nightmare. Here. Try that program. So once you get to the point where you have a UV map, then you can start coloring it in. If you guys don't have Photoshop, you can use GIMP or Pixlr, I guess. But ideally, you want Photoshop. And then once you have once you have your color map, then you bring it into here. And that's next week's problem. So we're gonna have to turn it into multiple maps to once you get your texture map, you want it to have some kind of life to it. So you use this program, and you can give it a little depth and a little bit of shine and so on. Yeah, not bad, Hunter. You did it right. So you can start with a cylinder, and you can start with 2 cubes from there, and then we can kind of chop these apart. But like you guys, you do your interns and stuff, and they leave out all of these other steps, which are very crucial to your game. That's why I want you to make a simple design all the way through until it's in the game engine that we can go up and touch it in VR or whatever. You're not done. So, but yeah, so something like this. Fine. So your layout setup. I don't have the time to teach Photoshop to you guys. I wish I did. Um, if you're a good Photoshopper, then you'll be way ahead of the game. If you're not, we might have to pass some of this off to the concept team, and have them do textures. But you at least need to unwrap it so that they can be like, okay, well, here's the unwrap. Anything that we want along the side is going to be along here, and anything we want on the top is going to be here, and then it rewraps itself. So you guys at least need to unwrap it, and then if you press the button where it says stretch, make sure it's all blue. So you're good. You're good, Hunter. But if you give them a stretched model, then they're in trouble to begin with. So just press tab into edit mode, press mesh, go to UV unwrap, go to unwrap. And then let's see. If it's fine, then you're good. Then you also click up here and go to UV editing and click stretch. So if it's all blue, then you're good. If there's a bunch of orange and yellow and stuff, then it's not going to work. We have to do some more working on it. And I guess Thursday I'll just have the conference of how to solve those problems, how to unwrap something more complex than like a cube and a cylinder, And I hope I'm not going to be sick by then. Yeah, man. That's a start. Can you guys just give me the benefit of the doubt, and then we'll finish it on Thursday? I just woke up really miserably sick. But for the majority of, like basic, like this assignment was basic design, you can pretty much use, if you go click into it, you can pretty much use, you go to UV unwrap, you can use cube, you can use cylinder or sphere. And that'll cover the majority of it. You can also use smart UV project, works pretty well too. But we haven't got to the point where we're unwrapping characters. That's when it becomes difficult. And then Thursday, I'll teach you how to unwrap a character. I'll pull up a model and show you how to unwrap a character, because it's way more difficult than just something like this. So, but I need everybody, even if you guys are programmers, I need y'all to know what I'm talking about here. So, if somebody gives you a model, it must be unwrapped. If you're a programmer, you may have to rig it so it can be animated, and then we can use the animation sequence as our character animations. But you need to know what the modelers are doing in order to do your own programming. So I just wanted everybody to know the basics a little bit. There you go. Hey Parker, my graphics card is coming today. It'll be here today. So then that's the thing you're doing right there, Parker. That's basically giving. So once you're done with your texture map, you do a normal map, and then the normal map tells it how to look like it's bumped out or whatever. Come on, Flynn. Give me some credit, man. I'm sick. No, but that's about spot on. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna have to do Thursday is gonna be the better tutorial. Sorry. That's the point, yeah, man. I don't remember ever being this sick, like ever. So hopefully I make it. I'm 30. I can't remember the last time I was this sick. But so hopefully you guys at least did a model, and then you gotta unwrap it. It's miserable. So do some sort of, I guess, cylinder, cube. You did, this one's pretty good. No, UV just stands for, we ran out of letters for X and Y. X, Y, Z. UV are the numbers that come before that. Or the letters. That's literally it. It's just the letters before X, Y, Z. That's it. A UV map. Yeah, I know, right? Nope, not that cool. A UV map is this. This thing is a UV map. Your UV map is basically your unwrapped version of a 3D model. Your normal map is going to be another story, which I was going to save for next week. Indeed, yeah. Max is on the point. So your UV is just basically your unwrapped 3D model as a 2D version of itself. Then what you'll do from there is you'll do a diffuse map is your basically your default color map. So you put a diffuse map on here, which will be what it looks like. And then on top of that, you'll do a normal map, a spec map, probably an ambient occlusion map, and Crazy Bump will handle all that for you. Yeah, it's a process, guys. So the UV is just the unwrap. Parker, you will get to that once we get into into Unreal. So you unwrap it, and then you give it a diffuse map, and then you come up with a normal map based on your diffuse map, and then you bring all these maps into Unreal, and then you combine them. All of these different maps, you combine them together, and that's called a material. So you have to create, that's the last step, is the material map. So we combine all of the maps we created into a material, and it gives it kind of these looks and feels. And once you guys get kind of your head around that, you'll understand how to, play with what you've done to make it look a certain way. So if it's pure white, it's going to be super shiny. If it's black, it's matte. Yeah, you're not going to understand the whole thing until we finish. That's why I figured we'll just do like a box or a cube or a trash can or whatever, so you can see the whole process, because I can't really explain the whole process until you've done it. And that's why those of you that are doing the internship with Daybreak are kind of missing half the problem. How do I import my square into UE4? So that'll be next week also, but yeah, if you mix your spec and your normal, it'll normals are blue, purple, green kind of thing. A spec should be on black and white. White means purely reflective, and black means not at all. But if Parker, to answer your question, if you were to import into UE4, save your model out. And so you go up here. If you guys can still see me, you go File, export the thing as a FBX or OBJ. I think OBJ is more accepted recently. So you go File, Export, OBJ, and then you can save it out as, whatever OBJ. But then you also need to save out your texture maps and your diffuse map and your normal maps and all that stuff too. And then next week I'll show you how to bring it in. I have Minecraft to an extent. I have the 3D version on my Samsung Gear VR thing, but I don't play it as much as you guys do. I don't quite see the appeal to it. Maybe I'm a jerk. I don't know. Okay, so you got an OBJ here. OBJs are interchangeable with Unreal, so we can just pull it up from there. Let me kill this. Give me 2 seconds. What is Hunger? What? You mean the movie? So OBJs are interchangeable. You can open them in any 3D software program pretty much. So if I had like Maya or 3D Max, I can pull up, I can open your OBJ. If you need to do so, you can just go to File, Import, OBJ, and then see, pulls it right in, yeah. And it even includes the information of whether you've unwrapped it or not. It doesn't look like you have. Oh yeah, okay. And then you basically just save this out, export UV layout, and then I'll show you if you'd rather not do it that way, you can actually it's gonna be a longer conversation, but you can open it with something like Sculptris, and you can paint directly on the thing if that makes more sense to your brain. But I prefer to use Photoshop. And I don't know. I'm not good at this program either because I use its big brother called ZBrush, which is a better version of this. But if you were to use this, you can go import OBJs right here. And then we can pull out what you need here. Well, okay. It doesn't like the way that you modeled it. show you that on Thursday. Man, that kind of effort, like you could be pushing that effort towards this. But I got to do another class really poorly, so I'm about to bounce. Hopefully, I won't be so sick. That was 2 years ago. All right. Well, I like your creative input. It's pretty cool. But Tuesday I'll have a better tutorial. I'll have it all pre-planned and I'll just go through it for you guys. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But for now, I guess okay. You should all have a model. Just press tab, get into edit mode, and then just go to mesh, UV unwrap this thing. Try the different options. You can try unwrap smart UV project, or depending on your model, some of these other ones, but smart works pretty well. And then just by the next Thursday, I'll tell you more about it. And then next week we're gonna be doing textures and stuff. So if you're doing something like this, go to textures.com and they have a lot of cool textures. Sign up for an account, and if you want to do something like this, then you should be looking for like brick textures or plexiglass or whatever it may be, whatever your material that you're looking for. Yeah. Man, but I'm so sick. It's just awful. Okay, then maybe you can help with level design too, Hunter. If you like the overall big picture type stuff. But so here's my game plan. Everybody knows how to model, unwrap, texture, and then from there we'll just start making levels. We'll go into level design and so on. All right. Well, hopefully I'll be cured by Thursday. I kind of don't think it's going to happen, but my goal is to be completely cured by Thursday. So worst case scenario, I have a better unwrapping tutorial. If you would like to just watch that instead, that's fine too. I'll post it right now. Hold on. So here's my thing. Let me show you a link. thing I already did it once. There you go. If you're interested. But yeah, check that out. And then Thursday, I'll give you a better rundown on it, okay? I'll unwrap something. Like, I'll try to get a character or something and then just unwrap like a human or a monkey or something. All right. Well, you guys have any other questions other than that? I'm gonna like lay down on my couch. Shoot me some emails if you have questions or whatever. Yeah, I'm working on it, Hunter, man. Hopefully by Tuesday I'll be all right, but we'll see. Ugh. Good, but yeah, either way, everybody has to learn how to model, unwrap, texture, import, and basically create an asset in Unreal so that you can at least have some respect for your fellow artist, you know? No, I'm good. I'm all right. Yeah, I just need everybody to know the process so that if you're, you know, if you're a coder or if you're a designer or whatever, you could be like, if you're a designer, you could be like, hey, I need the normal map or I need your material or whatever is missing. You can understand the process. Y'all got to understand the process. It's a hell of a lot more work than you probably thought to create a video game. You know? So just respect your artists and then I guess the artists need to respect the programmers too, because there's nothing without that. So I always felt like it was a good idea to have everybody know what each other are doing. All right, Zach. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll catch you Thursday. Hopefully, we'll have hopefully, I'll be a little feeling a little better, and then I can teach you a little more. All right. I can't seem to be able to say it. Go to export or either save as or export. I think export as an OBJ. We'll do it for you. But I check our Discord chat and I'll check my email as much as I can. You got it? All right. And then once you have, yeah, export to get it out, import to bring it in. And then you can use something like Sculptris if you want to import an OBJ and paint in 3D, or you can just, that's what we'll need is the OBJ to bring it into Unreal. There you go. All right. All right. Normally Thursday is my kind of off day, but like, let's make Thursday our on day. Yeah, I'll be on it, dude. I'll be able to answer Discord or whatever, chat. On Thursday, I'll try to have a better tutorial, but I'm still gonna be sick, I'm sure. It's awful. Nah, man. I was gonna just cancel the whole thing to begin with, but but at least I point you in the right direction. And then Thursday, I'll elaborate on it. Okay. Yeah, my on day is gonna be Thursday, man. Um, yeah, I had the same issue, Max. It's a little weird. Um, I'll go over the whole seams thing on Thursday if it's more complex. So like Control E, mark seam. No, you didn't, Zach. You used a health system already? Really? That's cool, man. If you did that, mad props. Did you actually code a health system? Like you can walk around and it works? Yeah? You're the man. There you go. And that's kind of going to be the weird thing is like I'm trying to teach people modeling, texturing, animating, coding, all this stuff at the same time. You guys are going to have to kind of tackle your own challenges. So that's really cool, man. That's really cool. Props. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my